Hey guys, back again here, Additional Ink. I'm Jeff. I'm here today with Josh and Gabe, I believe his name is. They're going to demonstrate some green steel versus some red purple for you today. You guys tell us a little bit about your decks.
You go first.
I draw cards. I play red late game. That is all.
So this is a sort of more traditional green steel list. I did tweak it, add some very cool set 6 cards. Now, I don't know how great they are, but new set came out. Want to try a bunch of the different cards. Green Steel has been performing very well in the DLCs, and yeah, ready to give it a spin.
All right, let's do it.
Also, these deck lists will be down in the description. Be sure to check those out. And also, I didn't introduce Ryan.
Right. I'll be our local onset judge.
Yeah, actually, Ryan is our local onset judge.
All right, awesome. Ready to get into it?
All right, let's do it, opponent. Off the cut.
Now, before we look at hands and start considering alterations, we should have rolled for high.
Let's do it. All right, I'll roll my magic dice.
Ooh.
Double fours.
Double fours is really good.
What do we have?
Let's see what we got here. Yeah.
And that is a 7.
7. One off.
7.
One
So,
off.
I'll go first. All right. Let's resolve these mulligans.
See how much we want to adjust our hands here.
Right.
Now, did you guys want to play a 2-game format today or best of 3?
Ooh.
I feel like the little bit of games we've done before, it usually goes to a game 3. I think that would be very interesting to see.
Let's do a game 3. Let's pretend we're in that
3.
final cut. All right,
Ooh.
let's do it. All right, I will send some cards back.
Now, what
here.
do you think now?
Send you back.
It's a very interesting list here today.
I will send 7 back, opponent.
Wow.
Wilson 5.
Alrighty.
There's some very heavy mulligans.
Yeah.
We're
We're
gonna-
gonna-
that's
Very
kinda what
heavy
green steel
altering of the
does.
hand.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of adjustments here. Now everyone might be very familiar with both of these decks here. Red, purple, and green steel have been played for several sets now, I would say.
Yeah.
Most of them, I would even reckon.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at a deck with the legacy of red purple, where it was dominating, everybody was like, this deck has to go, a piece has to go.
Right.
And now here we are at set 6. How do you feel about the strength of it compared to where it used to be?
So I would reckon that the bounce package lost a lot of its value. There's a lot of counters, there's a lot of text. We, as red purple players, may not be able to sacrifice tempo for board advantage as we used to. So now we have to be able to answer a lot of these early game threats, recursive threats, really be able to send value into the board with impunity and keep our hands nice and refreshed, especially right in this matchup.
In this matchup, it's very important, of
But
course.
even against aggro matchups, right, it's gotten so fast that I would reckon cards, even like Snake Mim, have lost a lot of their value.
I would agree. Snake Man doesn't seem like it's the best card to be doing right now.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the loss of Bucky for Green Steel obviously set us back decades.
Bucky's still around.
Right.
He is just balanced.
He's
I still
balanced, underpowered.
I still say that if Bucky had evasive and Diablo had ward, it would have never been a problem.
Now, just to clarify, that
Diablo
doesn't mean
having
taking out
ward.
the other one.
Diablo
Getting rid of
is-
evasive, but gaining ward.
Right. So you could swing into him as opposed to having to
Swapping their abilities, swapping their keywords.
As a red
Not
blue player, I
probable,
would not
rather.
like Diablo having ward.
Alrighty, do you mind
But then
if
you
I
could
lead
swing
us
into
off?
No, go for it.
Right.
Alrighty. So I
Because he would
will
still have to exert.
ink the age-old card Merlin Goat, and I will exert my ink to play a new Diablo, Obedient
Ooh,
Raven. So new
interesting.
Diablo, for those who don't know, he's a 0/1/1 drop, but when it's banished, you draw a card. Keep that hand nice and fresh. Pass turn.
I will draw for turn. Very interesting draw there.
Now, are you playing the new Bucky?
That's a very interesting decision there.
Jeff,
We could
my
play
goodness.
the new 3-mana Bucky.
They did just get out the corrected Buckies out to the LGSs, so
I did. I actually got a copy at our LGS here, and it was full and everything. It's pretty
I'm
nice.
going to Ink Beast
that's
here.
awesome.
yeah, they're doing it as a buy a box
And
promo.
I will play Hidden Cove.
Sounds reasonable to me.
I will pass it back on to you.
All right, already. I was set, and I will draw.
Starting off with
Sounds good.
location.
I'll
Start off the location.
So moving forward with this hand, I do have a serious of decisions to make, but I think we're gonna be good for now. So I'm gonna actually ink a. Yes, I'll ink this Chronobox Followers. and I'll send my Diablo on a quest for some lore.
Not into Hidden Cove.
No,
Where
with
we
his,
mark
with his
no damage.
zero, his 0 strength really isn't intimidating, and I'll pass turn now.
All right, I will untap. I will draw. Pretty good draw there. We'll see eventually. Now, I do like this card in this matchup. However, right now I do have better cards, better things to be doing, I believe. I'm going to Ink a Pete.
Okay,
Okay,
that's an interesting
Wrath.
one.
It's an interesting one. Might not be correct. I like a lot of my other cards, though. I'm going to play a new set 6 card,
Okay.
Calhoun.
3/2.
Calhoun is a 3/2 with resist 1, and during my turn, whenever this character banishes another character in challenge, gain 2 lore. Now, the reason I chose to include this card, just real quick, it's a quest for 1. Obviously, it has the Robin Hood effect. Putting it on Hidden Cove, I felt like was a pretty strong line. At that point, it's a 4/3 with resist 1. It's pretty difficult to get rid of, especially with a lot of decks off of Elongcame Zeus.
Okay.
Pass to you.
All right. So knowing that, Diablo is now hot cookins. So let's see what we're gonna do here. I think I'll proceed with that actually. Cards in hand.
5 of them.
5. Okay. Sweet. So I'll actually send Diablo on another quest, Jeff, if you don't mind. Actually.
Sure, I
Thank
got
you
you.
kindly. My glass of water here is interrupting me, and I'll then proceed by
You're so hydrated.
Right.
drinking this
Guy always
sisu.
has water.
And always, we stay hydrated. We have that healthy blood pressure. I'll exert 3. And I'll play Mim Fox.
Very
Put
good.
Diablo
very
to
good.
my hand. My classic Rush character will sling into the Hidden Cove.
Yeah, Hidden Cove is marked for 4 damage.
And with that, I will pass turn to you.
All
It's a
right.
very interesting play. Now, I do know we had an option of you inked a Sisu that turn, the 3-mana Sisu.
Yes, I did. So, based on the cards in my hand and certain ink symbol requirements.
Symbols.
Right. So, as opposed to giving him the 2 lore from the Diablo, have it with impunity, no damage on the Cove, I'd rather pick up the Diablo to ink it next turn, right?
Okay.
Seeing as how draw has not turned into an issue yet by maintaining cards in hand.
At this point, I will ink, we don't talk about Bruno, an Enchanted.
Wow.
Does hurt to do, but
Oh my.
it will be there.
Cue moneybags noises.
Now, I believe you also have some enchantments in your deck as well, right?
Right.
I am a Maui fanatic. I have loved 5-drop Maui since it came out. It is, I own 4 enchanted copies of the card, and I will play them at every opportunity. And
As
it
you
is-
should.
I will always run red just to have those cards.
Here on Additional Ink, we are all about playing your enchantments. They are cardboard. Enjoy them.
100%.
So I will play this Ursula Deceiver Vol
Sounds
and just finish off my turn. Calhoun will trade into Mim Fox, and I
Please
will
gain 2
gain
lore.
2 lore, catching
Sounds
up
good
to
to
you.
me.
Do go ahead.
Seems like a pretty positive trade there for you, Josh.
I
Draw.
believe so.
Yeah, I think
Tremendous.
that was pretty.
So I'll do this. Yeah, I'll actually. Yeah, we'll do that.
Now, this Ursula looks like it could present a problem if it's left
I'll
unchecked.
ink this friends. Inking a
agree.
friends for the song. Before I have to throw it away. But what I will do is I'll exert 3, and I will play Biblioteca, otherwise known as a library, and
very
exert
good.
a final 1. Actually, to play the Diablo again.
Very
really
good.
lay my hand out on the board so that, well, if I discard, I still have some draw going in my favor. And with that, I will pass turn.
Now, Jeff, in my experience, I noticed that often green steel has some issues dealing with locations.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of high power characters in this deck, I would say.
Now, I will say, that is usually true. Hidden Cove, I truly believe, does help with the location problem in buffing a few characters. You have a lot of 3-power characters. You throw a couple of those on the Cove, 2 hits, takes out the library, which I believe is pretty beneficial. But yeah, it does still struggle, especially with, once again, Zeus being not as brand anymore.
I am all about attacking the library with Ursula, by the way, team. That would be, I think, that would be
I
an
do
outstanding
have
move.
an interesting line here, and I do think I will take it.
Proceed.
If you do have time to put this Diablo on the library, you can just swing in and draw 2 cards.
Right.
As bad as this might seem, I'm going to let the Storm Rage on twice. I'm going to take out your Diablo, and I'm going to put 2 damage on my Ursula.
Right.
Damage to your own character.
Put it at the bottom.
That's
Diablo
required so we can
resolves,
get that
and
second
I'll
card draw.
a
Yeah,
card.
absolutely.
All right.
I will draw 2. So my reason for that is most of your characters that have Rush will just be able to take this out anyways. The 2 damage on it doesn't really matter, especially when I do have the option to put it on Cove to be able to regain at least one of those points
So
of
let
damage.
the Storm Rage on also says chosen character, not opposing character, which is why Josh had to choose his character for the second
I'm
trigger.
going to ink another Ursula here.
Reasonable. We're just farming them.
I
Alrighty.
believe I will be throwing down a Diablo here,
Reasonable.
putting him on the Hidden Cove, taking him out of brawl range. That's kind of the goal
One
there.
does. Alrighty.
And then I will put it onto you.
Alright. Already. I'll gain 1 lore from my library if you don't mind, Jeff. I want
Sure.
to knock down my glass. Thank you kindly. Alrighty. So let's see what we can do here.
Now, we do
got-
have open deck list here, so I do believe that both Josh and we're not running Cogsworth, though the new 1-mana 1 from set 5.
Right.
That
so,
would be able to take out the Ursula in this
so
case.
I was
Be
huge.
very interesting.
So I was riding high on Cogsworth for a little while.
Okay.
However, his lack of replaceability
Mm.
early game makes it so that at most he lets you 1 for 1 yourself.
The best thing to be doing with Cogsworth was for sure bouncing him back with that Mim Elephant and being able to give the Mim Elephant rush. Because that Mim Elephant, you don't usually get a lot of value if your opponent can kind of see what you're doing and untap with it.
Right.
However, if you give it rush and it hits in, it is an immediate answer. Obviously, Mim Elephant and Cogsworth have kind of fallen to the wayside, but it was a very interesting thought experiment when that set came out.
I like
Yeah.
it. I agree.
I remember us talking about that as the cards were revealed.
So let me drop some.
Yeah, go for it.
Spice. So I will actually, as time goes on, and I recognize that this card may not be as good as I need it to be, I'll ink this brawl,
Interesting.
Hidden
Right.
Cove comes in.
and that's okay because I'll exert 3, and yeah, and I'll play Sisu,
Very good card here.
and I'll exert 1 to put Sisu on the library,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll pass turn. Go ahead.
You do have 3 cards in hand,
I
correct?
do. Yes, they are
Right.
ripe for the picking at this point.
Right.
Well within discarding range of your deck.
It is. I do have some things I want to do here. I don't know how many of them are particularly great lines. The Sisu does present a problem, but I don't think my deck has a clean solution as of right now.
Okay.
I do believe I'm going to ink this here morph.
Reasonable.
3 cards left.
And then along will come Zeus, maybe? Who knows?
Perhaps.
Find out
I
next
do
time.
believe this library is going to continue getting some lore here.
That's what I'm
I
hoping
think
for.
so.
They do that. I have noticed that if they're swinging, they're not singing. So locations do well.
I will drop a beast.
Sounds
Ooh.
good. That is Value
No,
City.
that is a really good card in this matchup.
Alrighty. So what have you got?
Ursula will not be doing much here, but Diablo will start the run in on library.
Sounds good to me.
3 on that.
All right.
And then I will pass it on back to you.
Already. I'll gain a lore.
Go to 4.
Thank you, Jeff. You're a darling. All right.
When you draw, Diablo does have an ability here.
You just Yu-Gi-Oh playered me. That was horrifying already. That was
So Diablo
not-
has the line of text. During each opponent's turn, whenever they draw a card, this character is exerted. You may draw a card. He is exerted. I will draw a card.
Yu-Gi boy. Anyway, my apologies. Alrighty, let's see how we're gonna respond to this. So, actually, you have 4 in hand, correct?
2. So that is a 5/4.
Okay.
Interesting.
I could see for some very explosive turns here from Gabe.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So how are we gonna do the? Who am I kidding? I know what I'm doing. I'm going to Ink Shark Maui.
Interesting.
On turn 6.
Inking Shark Maui on turn 6. Now, I'm going to exert 4 and play a library. Exert
okay.
1 to play a Chernobog.
So that's
Farm.
actually a
1.
Queen's Castle, not a
Oh,
library.
sorry, my apologies. A Queen's
you,
Castle. The
Keep my opponent honest here.
Right. Thank you. I'll exert 1 to put the Chernobog's followers actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Swing all in. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll put the Chernobog's followers on Queen's Castle. I'm feeling spicy today. I'm I'm rolling the cosmic dice. Let's put it that way. And I'll send the Sisu into the Hidden Cove, actually.
Hidden Cove has been taken out.
And on
Diablo's
that
back in
note,
brawl range.
I will leave this board as is and pass turn opponent. One card in hand, and it is yours.
Do you feel good about the fact that you did ink that brawl?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I'll draw
I think
here.
that hidden
Don't
cove.
forget, you may draw again.
Right.
That's actually not a May. Beast is not a May ability.
He is not a
Oh,
May.
wow.
I will be
Okay.
doing that.
Decking out
Ducking
Sad
out,
Boy Beast.
indeed.
is the way to go.
I have had to damage my own beast in the past.
That's funny.
I think that hidden cove really put in some work this game.
Mm-hmm.
I do as well.
Got the Diablo
Do you
in-
think I'm
into
going to
the
put in
brawl
more
range.
work?
Go for it.
I would like to ink this here Diablo.
Sounds good. Storm, swing.
You have a couple cards left here.
Okay.
I'll play this Prince John.
Reasonable. And then 3
I'll
for
play
the...
this Prince John.
Oh, great heavens. Okay.
Ooh.
Then,
Getting greedy.
Setting up for some scary turns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
he's interesting,
I'm
right?
in danger. Okay.
Beast here, we'll sing, we don't talk about Bruno on Sisu.
Interesting.
Now, of course, when you discard those cards, I will have Prince John triggers.
Yes, you'll draw 2.
Yeah, I think the fairest way to do this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
4, 5, 6. You got it.
Beat prep! Nice.
Wow.
He
Big
said,
crap.
2 draw triggers.
sounds good to me. Yes, sir.
1, 2.
That might be
and
game
then,
changing.
I will. Diablo will hit into the library. I do want that off the board.
Sounds good.
Both players have
I will
spent several
simply
turns
pass you
swinging
there.
in.
I will gain
Yeah.
3 lore.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll ready. Queen's Castle trigger. I
Gabe
will
was
draw
able to do his
the
own
box
lore
with
that
Castle.
turn.
You may draw.
Off of
That's
Diablo.
true.
Then I will draw for turn.
I will as well.
Sounds tremendous to me.
Also, you have a Queen's Castle trigger.
We resolved
We
it.
resolved
You
it.
did? Okay.
Yes, we did indeed. It's good though. So
A lot of draws going on
let's
here.
do that. I'm feeling a little froggy. Cards in hand, opponent.
A lot of them. 6.
6. All right. Let's actually start putting limiters on this aggression. I'll exert 5, and I will play an Elsa 5th Spirit.
Ooh,
Wow.
very interesting
I'll
here.
exert your Ursula.
Ursula's down.
Sounds good to me. Then, yeah, I'm gonna use this last little inky winky here, boop, and I will move my Chernobog followers to the library. Actually,
I like that play a lot.
yes. Okay, so I have 2 cards in hand. Let's mark these here. So, I guess now we have several lines of play, right? So,
Of course.
I can quest a Diablo, draw. So take out Diablo first. Elsa takes
That
out
does
Diablo.
seem to be the most
Right,
logical
that's
play
the
there.
preliminary line. So now, what I'm not certain is, do I quest the Bogs and draw 2, or do I take out the Ursula? Now, that's a shifty slope. I still value out at a +1, Elsa being the last card in hand. I will only have 1 ink remaining. Now, I think I am actually going to proceed and take out the Ursula with my Bogs and only draw 1 card, as opposed to 2, because greedy goblins don't get fed. And I will ink this brawl, and never punished, play a Chernobog's followers.
Very interesting here.
And now I will, I'll pass turn. Go ahead.
You had to leave the beast undamaged.
The beast and damage was something I was really hoping for here.
No, that's okay. So
draw 2.
this is the issue I've met with the green steel.
Also, turning down the extra card draw when he's facing a discard deck is also an interesting choice as well.
So let me explain that logic
Yeah,
out.
go for it.
So we've run a few games with this, and realistically, I have almost no way of matching him draw for draw. So what I try to do is make it so that his responses, which are limited to either singing and delaying his tempo by questing, or actually playing out value cards that remove my board, lets me get to that significant late game stage where he can make me discard as much as he wants. There's only so much ink in the game, and I always win on top deck.
Now, it is my understanding that
Go ahead.
there is additional ink here.
There is additional. Right. And every single game, when we played our 3 out of 5, the games where I realized I was most successful were the ones where I said, you know what? I have a bunch of cantrip characters.
Do you believe
He's
that?
going to have to answer all of them, or he's going to lose. And that's a strategy I've been leaning into this matchup, and it's proven very successful.
I do agree with this logic.
Okay.
I will start off with a Hypnotize.
Sisu.
I'll have 2 draw triggers.
Sounds good to me, sir.
You'll draw one. for
And then I'll
Hypnotize
draw
as
one
well.
off the Hypnotize,
Yep.
right?
Yes, sir.
Draw there. Ooh, very interesting.
Josh has a lot of cards in hand here.
He does.
Sounds good.
2. That's some
Better be
things.
singable.
That would be a very
Better
big
be
CC.
singable.
Right. And there are some locations on the other side that might prove difficult for Josh to deal
Ink
with.
Diablo here.
Diablo.
I mean, I am just going to start with Beast, finishing off
Right.
this library.
That is reasonable,
Okay.
as expected.
Then I will. This also proves very problematic here.
Yes.
I do believe I want
Okay. So
to
we're
just
remove
saying-
it.
Yes, that's
Okay.
reasonable.
Josh having a lot of options here available to him.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing about card advantage. The more cards you have, the more options you have.
It's true.
I'm simply relying on the fact that I have global solutions and he doesn't really.
I'm going to drop a Hidden Cove here.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to move this Prince John onto it.
Sounds good.
I like this line.
And
Then
then I
Turnbox
will
followers can't take it out.
play a... I do have these two. Okay. I'm going to play a... No, that is correct to do this. Okay. I'm going to play a Calhoun here.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Okay. Then, so I have what?
I think Calhoun is one of the big hitters
It's a
from
game.
set
Go
6 here in
Already
Green
over turn?
Steel. I think it's kind of
Draw for turn.
solves Green Steel's issues a little twofold in that it's really good in the Steel Mirror match, being kind of resistant to that Storm Rage on that you might see a lot.
I'll quest the Chronobox followers. I will sacrifice it and draw a card.
I agree with you. I've seen it pop up in a lot of steel lists across the board,
I'll
from Steel
insert-
Song to Blue Steel. I think it's
Four.
it's definitely a good value steel card.
Seeking Undisputed, please sacrifice a card.
Very good here. Ironically,
Interesting
so I
choice.
actually do need the Calhoun to be able to put as much damage on the Queen's Castle, because otherwise I have to spend time moving characters over.
Yes, sir.
This way I would only have to move Calhoun over, and then Calhoun and Beast can take it out.
Right.
I will actually choose a Prince John.
Okay. Sounds good to me. And then
Interesting
I'll exert
choice.
3 and I'll play Sisu. Pass turn.
Ooh, now Sisu does have
How many cards at hand?
A lot. 6 now.
So that is a 7-4.
I'm
That's a
gonna
big
have here.
Sisu.
Yeah.
It is. I will draw from Beast and draw for turn.
Sounds good to me.
One.
I think further what we have with Calhoun is we also have it having a higher power than most of the cards in the Green Steel deck. A lot of the
See
early
that
game
3
cards.
right there? That 3's money.
The 3
He's
is
doing pretty
very
good.
good.
Also, something I found a lot with Green Steel, and we can kind of see here with the lore count, Green Steel generally has an issue getting a lot of lore quickly.
Diablo
Well,
here.
they're busy responding, right? Yeah.
Spend a lot of time denying their opponent resources. Calhoun kind of cleaning up and allowing you to get that lore count that you desperately need while also challenging the board has been really good, as we've seen with Robin Hood in the past.
Yeah.
Move Calhoun over to
Really
The thing that I think a lot of people are going to have to figure out is, because Calhoun is uninkable, what other uninkables am I cutting, or am I just going to take the risk and add more uninkables, right? Because that's always the
We
struggle.
have Morph here.
My goal is to draw
Morph.
all the cantrip characters in a row.
This is a card that we've kind of seen a lot more of recently. Morph kind of being a big role player.
With the fall of Bucky.
The Fall of
I
Bucky.
don't exactly want you to wipe me next turn, so I will play a Pete.
Sounds good to me.
Negating a top deck B prep here.
Go ahead.
Now, Beast and Calhoun will run into their
Castles
locale.
out.
At this point, empty-handed. Prince John does the most work for me as a quester. Makes you have to focus in on one of these. So I will quest with Prince John going up to 4. And
I like this aggressive quest line.
I will pass up to you.
Cards in hand opponent?
5.
5. All right. So I'll exert 4. Play a rabbit. I'll draw a card.
Interesting
Good.
in Gabe's playing the rabbit here. I've noticed some lists have started dropping the rabbit to play the new evasive genie.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, he's in there.
So Gabe is playing both.
So yes, proceeding with that, actually, I'll have Sisu take out the Hidden Cove.
That's pretty good. I didn't see that necessarily coming, but I think it's a good line.
Cards in hand opponent?
5.
And we'll ink the goat.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Aggressive inking makes a lot of sense when you consider how much discard is left in this deck.
Yes, sir.
I will be drawing a card for turn and 1 off
Yes,
the
you will.
Beast. 1.
Wow, just not enough cards here yet for Josh.
Very interesting.
No, Green Steel has to kind of draw a lot of cards because they're always looking for answers, and there's a lot of things that they can answer. So a lot of the Green Steel gameplay is just keep your opponent without hands and then just keep stuff upright
I
until they
think
can
Josh is
quest.
running an insanely large amount of Hidden Coves compared to most players.
I'm running the full 4.
Yes.
Yes. I had Calhoun. I felt like the card's very good. It's very good with Diablo, where most decks are on, I need to deal 2 damage to be able to remove Diablo as soon as possible, or even Brawl. And just going turn 1 Diablo, turn 2 Cove, equip, and then being able to shift Diablo that turn and getting him out of the range of those removal pieces seems very good. That's kind of my idea
So I
there.
take it you're singing Strength.
I am singing Strength.
Right, and killing. Oh,
Rabbit.
Oh, because you're making me discard it, obviously.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
I will now cast Hypnotize.
There we go. And there we go. It is
And- What you got for me? Brawl. Okay. Well, I'll draw a card off the Hypnotize and one off the Prince John.
Sounds good to me.
1, 2.
Wow, that's a really heads-up play there from Josh. Being able to engineer, putting a card back into his hand with the rabbit, and then taking it immediately away from him.
Shift Diablo, discarding a Let the Storm Rage on.
Sounds good. Now he's gonna keep drawing.
I'm also at that point going to shift this morph into a Tinkerbell. And 1 damage there.
Sounds good.
Now there's 3 left there. Calhoun will trade into this Sisu,
Sounds good.
gaining me 2 lore.
I think kind of Gabe's thought process
Then
last turn was to take out the
7,
code
8,
so that way
9,
Calhoun
10,
couldn't take out
11,
the CC
12,
response.
Correct.
13.
Correct.
We found a
That
way to
did
do
not
it
go
anyway.
well. Yes.
And then I will pass back on to you.
Oh, we have that big questing turn here.
See,
So
one,
we
two,
see.
three,
Is
four,
it B
five.
prep?
No, it's not. It's Cusco. We will go to game 2.
Good game.
All right.
Okay.
It's a good game. Let's do
All right.
it.
All right, we'll be back for game 2. All right, guys, we're back here for game 2. Good luck, guys.
I do believe we have Gabe on the play this game.
Again? Or was that?
We're doing best of 3, so it is your choice whether or not you would like to go first.
Yes. I'll go first.
Gabe has
again.
mixed up the formats. He thinks he's playing best of 9.
Actually, just as we like it. Actually, best out of 5. You know.
Ooh.
I like best of 5. Actually.
I say we play 1 round of Swiss, best of 12.
Best of 12. It's going to be a long video.
Yeah.
You guys better buckle up.
1 round of
Okay.
Swiss, game 2's draft.
So I'm gonna mulligan a little less aggressively this
It's
time.
like a
I'll try not
Lorcana
to
marathon.
game it. I will mulligan 4,
Round 1 sealed, round 2 draft.
3, 4.
Little triathlon of Lorcana.
I'm actually also going to put back 4.
So just so you know, if you hold your hand about like here, where your opponent still can't see it, the top-down camera can't see it
I
pretty
mean,
well.
it's
No, just so you know.
being quirky. I'll stop.
All right. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but I'm on the draw, so top deck gods might be with me.
I mean, honestly,
So
you're gonna draw.
let's not let let's
yes.
reset this guy.
That's all right. It'll buff. It'll buff opponent.
All right, there you go.
All right. Good luck. Let's
Good
do
luck.
it. Let's hope to not get 2-0'd on the play twice.
Let's move,
That'd be a little embarrassing for you.
let's move Gabe's water over a little bit.
It's all right. Okay. So I'm gonna lead us off. I'm gonna ink. I'm rolling go. Play a turn of box followers. Go ahead.
Not exactly what I wanted to see. No, I will ink this Ursula Deceiver,
Okay.
and I will have to pass from there.
Alrighty. Already. I'll draw. Tremendous. Alrighty. I'll actually I'll ink this enchanted Maui.
Wow.
Now,
Signed enchanted.
Now let me get
Maui.
after this Maui. So this Maui is not signed by the artist. This Maui was a gift from my good friend Jeff here, and he signed it as a what do they call it? A friendship card or a?
Yes, I thought when Gabe initially was like, "Hey, sign this Maui," I was like, "Are you sure?" I asked him like 5 or 6
Right.
times, but no. So now he plays the Maui.
You sign the card. It's an enchanted, but at the end of the day, it was a gift. And it's
You're never
cardboard
getting
meant to
rid
be
of
played.
it.
I'm not getting rid of it, and this locks it in.
I
think
would say that's probably the best Maui in your deck.
It is the best Maui I will ever
And
own.
it's going in the inkwell.
100%. Then I will exert 2 to include my.
Well,
my-
you know, here at
Now that
additional
likely
ink.
does mean he does not have a second Maui, because he would ink that one instead.
Then I'll play.
Oh, that is
Oh, that is subversive. I don't like that. I'll quest this Chernobog's followers.
To get really sweaty about it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll draw.
sweaty. You mean competitive?
And that is what I mean, yes.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Well, that's why you're
As
drinking
you
so much
should
water.
be.
Correct.
Always. Ink a one of the other new cards I'm playing here, Go Tamago. There's no reason to really read it. It is in my inkwell. It's already turned over. I do have a choice here to make.
Make it poorly.
You would like that, wouldn't you? I'm going to lean on. Yeah, I'm going to lean on turn 2 morph.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass it back to you.
Alrighty. Already. And I will draw. All right. So I'm actually going to ink this Madman Fox, and I'm going to play a Maleficent Sorceress.
Ooh,
Draw a
very
card.
interesting. Yeah.
Cool. And then I'll,
Very cool.
let's see, going to 3. That would be painful. So at that point, though, shift it's fine, burn it, it's fine. I'm actually going to quest the Chernobog's followers, sacrifice it, and draw a card. Get a little more meat in my bones. Then I'll quest the Cusco because he's a really wanted llama. And then
He's a chiller.
I'll pass turn.
Doesn't everybody want llamas?
Right.
I'll untap here.
I think your Gabe's living up to its name. Every card you've played is drawn a card.
So this is what I would like it to do consistently. It's a little silly.
Draw cards.deck.
Draw cards.deck. What are we doing? I draw cards.
Everyone loves to draw cards.
Going into your turn 4 is very interesting.
You know who draws really good cards? Lorcana artist.
Yes, they do.
I think I would like to
Do-do-do-do.
lean on seeing exactly what you have going on here.
So I have a Sisu, a library, an Elsa, another Cusco, and another Fox.
That is a whiff for the
Interesting. That is fine. I more so did it because I wanted information, especially when I'm about to shift this Diablo.
Sounds good to me.
Discarding a Strength of Raging Fire.
It is discarded.
This Diablo will then sing Let the Storm Rage On, and I will draw a card.
Wow.
Reasonable.
A lot of actions taken that turn.
Okay.
From there, I do have my ink, and I would like to ink. And it's Bruno, not exactly the best in this matchup.
Reasonable.
I will send it back to you.
Already.
Not the enchanted Bruno this time.
No.
Not the enchanted.
We the people draw. Anyway,
The
I'll
communal draw.
let's play that game. Actually, I'll ink the wanted llama. Exert 3. Library.
Library's good.
Cusco at library. Quest to 4. Pass turn, opponent. Go ahead.
That seems pretty good here. No, I won't untap.
Starting that early location game that we saw the first one.
Right.
Draw.
So Value City. What am I trying to do? Keep cards in my hand
Okay.
so that I can outvalue, which was difficult last game because we misplay, boys.
I'm going to lean on a Prince John here.
Okay.
I think this Ursula is going to sing
Sudden
Sudden Chill.
Rip.
So you'll choose a card to discard.
Have a CC.
I will draw off of this Prince John.
Sounds good.
That was a pretty good draw for me. Going to ink an Ursula as this game continues. And I am just going to start working at that library.
Library takes 2.
This is very
Sounds good to me.
familiar.
All right.
Right. I'll pass it back on.
Sounds good. Already, I'll gain a lore. We
We
draw for my
draw.
turn.
Correct, opponent.
Tremendous. On that note, I would rather eat my hat than see you draw that many cards again.
Right.
So I will play this Elsa. I can't target anything on your side. I'll take out the Diablo. And
Very good, very good.
Very good line here.
on
yes.
that note, I will proceed to quest the Cusco. Go to 6. Go ahead, opponent. I have 2 cards in hand.
Did we see Elsa earlier with?
We
during
did
the
see
Ursula
we did
reveal?
see Elsa last game. I don't believe Elsa. I think Elsa was in the hand during when Ursula was revealed.
Gotcha.
No, I will take a very similar
So
line
he
here.
so he forgot about the Elsa.
I did not forget about it.
So-
I did feel like the card draw off the Diablo was more important in that moment. I could also like luck into like getting him to discard more cards, but I did feel like getting rid of the Elsa was important there.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna play the morph here.
3, 4,
Tap
5.
5.
Alright, there we go.
What Josh
play
meant to say was,
Beast.
I
That
don't
sounds
care about
about
your Elsa, and I'm just gonna be green
He says,
steel.
I am
That's
turning
correct.
sideways so hard.
I'm gonna Strength of a Raging Fire this Elsa.
She's out. Alrighty.
plan
And
to
then
follow
I
up.
will continue to get down on that
Round
library.
and pound. Alrighty.
It is your go.
Already, I'll gain a lore from my library, and I'll draw for a turn. Boop. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we'll do that. I'll exert 3, and I'll get some friends on the other side.
Ooh.
Draw 2 cards.
My Diablo is in my discard.
Tremendously.
Very unfortunate.
Tremendous. Then we'll I think we just keep running. Yeah, I think we just keep running. I'm gonna ink
Makes a lot
this
of
Merlin goat.
Sure.
For lack of alternate means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if he wants to do it, he can send it in. I'm actually okay with that. I'm just gonna keep questing.
It was an interesting
Go
position
ahead.
here.
Go ahead.
Draw 2.
I will draw 2, yes. 1 for turn 1 off this beast.
I got a peek at Gabe's hand. It's very interesting stuff, I think.
It is. If he can make me discard it, I don't think it actually matters right now. But right. But It's very interesting.
A lot of pressure on Josh's side of the board, I think, that's being given to Gabe here.
Yes. Actually, like this
Board is very
value
scary.
engine right here. This
Very good card.
this
yes.
sad boy is really putting in the work. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it does seem that Josh is a little terrified of this library, it looks like.
Apparently, he is just nugged at it. Every
I mean,
opportunity.
it's one of those cards you do have to just nug over time.
I love the Sad Boy Beast though. I've been waiting for them to do some sort of alternate art version. I was hoping that they'd be like a set champ or something.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Or like a good like
3,
challenge promo or
5,
something.
and
There
I'll
we go.
finish off the
100%.
library.
That is as the Oracle had declared.
Now, I don't want you to really get this beast.
Reasonable.
It's not yet. I will say, the beat prep things get interesting.
Beast Tragic Hero not being enchanted is honestly one of the most interesting decisions I've
I'm
seen.
gonna let the
from
Storm Rage on the screen.
Lorcana.
It's
I will.
I mean
draw.
it's probably
Okay.
outside like for the legendaries. It's
I'm gonna
probably the
ink
best in the
a
set that it came
enchanted.
from.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Bloodborne.
Reasonable.
And I'm going
But
to
I've just
try
been
to
waiting for an
stop the
alternate
beat
art
prep.
version after they did the
Yeah,
Rockstar
drop the
Stitch.
peak
I was
here.
hoping the next one
It
would be
is
set
your go
2.
from there.
But we know now it's
I
a
will
card
draw.
from each set.
So.
So maybe one day, because they are going back and revisiting cards.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this Pete
Yeah.
as we go into turn
I
7.
actually really was hoping this Pete would
cards
have
in?
an enchanted.
2 cards.
Cool, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Pete as we go into turn 7 with a very scary
Because
board like
I
this.
believe set 5 they had some uncommon enchanteds. Yeah, because Archimedes was uncommon as well. So I was hoping
I'm going to
Pete would
continue
get it.
inking
Yeah.
to make value.
Yeah,
Well,
makes sense.
another enchanted ally.
I'll
Now
exert
we make
6, and I will actually Medusa your sad boy beast.
Ooh.
Did figure that was coming. But
Right.
I'm not the most mad at it.
But,
Had a lot of advantages
I mean,
on
that was a
these.
predictable move. I will pass turn, though, and finally see you not draw more cards than me on both of our turns.
Never say never, opponent.
Go for it.
Having your actions taken away by Pete, but still having the follow Medusa is really good here for Gabe.
I mean, you have to kind of telegraph it, right? They're going to have the Pete on either 3 for the B King, on 6 for the B Prep, or later on, right, circumstantially.
How many cards do you have in here?
I have 3 in my hand, sir. Can you make these 3 cards
Disappear, right? I don't believe I can.
Tremendous.
This is a very interesting situation. And I do believe the course of action at 0 lore.
What's the Koa?
So what
What
makes this?
drop a Prince John here?
Oh, we're double John. All right, and then another one.
What's
What's
the
up?
strength of a raging fire this?
Medusa's gone.
That's not what I saw coming. I thought we were getting the
me
discard
quest
with the
out.
double John
Okay.
triggers.
I
Yeah.
do think I have to start actually questing out here.
So Josh,
Go ahead.
remember when you said, "Wow, I'm going to drop this Pete for the B Prep"?
Right. You may drop it now.
So I'm going to exert 7, and I'm going to B Prep.
Right. That's okay.
I was like, okay, maybe I telegraphed too much, but then I saw it and I was like, oh,
We take those. I have to risk you having
You
it.
are playing red purple.
And on that note, I will keep 3 cards in my hand and pass.
Untap. Draw.
Thinking past 7 at this point? Probably not. Too much.
I mean, I'm just going to follow up with a Tinkerbell Giant Fairy.
Sounds good.
Pass it on back.
Playing a Tinkerbell Giant Fairy to an empty board feels so bad.
It does. It's a 2-quester. Can't get hit by Medusa. However, do feel as though.
Ah,
Oh, no, rabbit! Ah,
got you
you
with
got
the
me.
sneaky. Got you with the sneaky.
No, I did think you were gonna make me.
That's funny. I'm gonna
banish
ink
it.
Maleficent
and then
play
do
Beacon
it.
Undisputed.
Yeah, there it
Okay.
is. It's clean answer. Clean answer.
Sweet. And on that note, I'll pass turn.
Nice. That's very nice.
Draw.
I was thinking the
Very
Tinkerbell
interesting.
was actually looking pretty good here as we inked 2 Mauis on the other side of the table.
Start
Yeah.
with this. Let's play a Diablo.
But,
see what you got going on. Rabbit, Sisu.
As a blue steel player, there are times where you do have to play a Tinkerbell to an empty board. It
Go
feels
ahead.
so bad.
One of the
That's,
new cards from the set.
So what's the Pluto? I've seen it around. I haven't
Yeah.
actually read it.
So it's a 4-mana 1/5 with Bodyguard, and when this character has no damage, he gets +4 power. It's very much like a Lawrence with Bodyguard staple to it. It does a lot of very interesting things in this deck. I do feel like sometimes you just have to kind of close the bottlenose on the deck, and this card does that, where you quest out with all your Johns, and now they're 1/2s. They can get taken out pretty easily, but now you have this Pluto in
They
the
got
way.
a body. Fair enough. I'll take it. I'll draw for turn. So I'll exert 4. I'll play another Wabbit. I'll draw.
Card's also very good into Maui because it does just trade with Maui and it forces Maui to go there.
I'll
Seen a
exert
lot of
If he
good
doesn't have damage.
If he doesn't have damage, of course, yes.
If the Pluto's damaged, it is
the
then
rabbit gets me.
it is then a 1/5 that could be brawled
Go ahead.
Yes.
or Medusa.
Seen a lot of good work out of the Pluto in testing.
I mean, I'm gonna play my cards out of top deck here.
I go back and forth between
Definitely gonna
Pluto and
need
Chimpo.
something,
I think they both have
I'm gonna
value.
quest out here.
Sounds good.
Going up to 6 and pass it on to you.
Already, and I'll draw.
We're looking pretty good for a game 3 here, I think.
I think we're looking pretty good for game 3. But
Right.
on that note, though, I don't like to count my chickens
No, of
before they
course.
hatch. I will exert 4,
Mm-hmm.
and I will drop a Queen's Castle.
Very, yeah, I mean,
And
this is really good for you.
Yeah, I'll exert 3,
yeah.
and I'll put my hand over here, and I'll put them all the Queen's Castle.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then I'll quest for 4,
Mm-hmm. Going up to 13.
and I'll pass turn. Go ahead, 2 cards in hand.
Let's see what I can possibly grab here. Actually, a very good top deck.
What do you got?
I do have a Subway Beast.
Reasonable.
Now, this location would usually be good, but this Pluto is going to do work to it.
Yeah, you can
So
swing in.
I'm going to swing in there.
7. All right.
7 there.
The morph challenging is crazy.
And then Diablo will gain me a lore, and I'll pass it back on to you.
Sounds reasonable. I will ready.
Mm-hmm.
That Pluto's already showing how good it is in green steel here.
Tremendous. So how much do I have here?
Also, once again, helps with the locations, which we talked about earlier.
Exactly.
Is kind of a challenge to deal with.
Yeah, we'll do that. You're a 7. Draw 2, draw 2, draw 2. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll
Ooh, another prep.
no. I'll exert 6, and I'll play a Shark Maui.
Ooh.
So evasive
nice.
7/5. When it challenges a character, I can return an action from my discard to my hand. When I play an action, I gain 1 lore.
You have to get very lucky here. That's a very strong
Yes.
card.
And on that same note, though, I'm gonna ink this Diablo to play another Sisu,
Wow. Very good here.
and then I'm just gonna quest for 4.
Love this play.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now I do get 2 draw steps,
Go ahead.
so we'll see if we can get back into this.
So with the Shark Maui, he has that ability to gain instant lore.
Now you do have 3 lore presented here. You're at 17. These
Reasonable.
were my 2 draws. Good game, Gabe.
Good game. Let's go to game 3.
Game 3.
Yeah, sir.
All right, guys, ready for game 3? Let's see who takes it.
Let's do it.
All right.
So I take it I'll be on the draw for the 3rd game.
You will be on the draw for the 3rd game. Usually this deck does like to draw cards, but never on the first turn.
We'll take it.
So-
So this goes.
See how our adjustments
That
go.
may be the most unfortunate opening hand
Oh wow.
I have ever seen in this
Wow,
deck.
that's rough. Good thing you have
Have
that
some
hand
good
on
things
your face
happening
though.
here.
Good thing. Oh, all of it.
Keep on for good luck. I'll return 6 cards.
Another massive hand adjustment.
I'm gonna put back 3.
Yep, he almost did all of it.
Sure. Let's
You
take a
can,
look
you can
here.
go ahead and draw your top.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ah, I see.
2,
I don't know if I would have made the same adjustments, but
5, 6.
That's what makes Gabe the pro.
We call that a pro game move. If I pull this, that'd be insane. That might be
Hey.
insane.
It's a bold move, Cotton. See how it plays
We'll
out.
see how it plays out.
it's definitely still anyone's game. I have had several games on both halves of this matchup here. It could go either way.
You're a red blue player. You stop that.
All right, you ready?
Lead the way, King.
All right, let us lead on Inking. Go Tamago.
All right.
Eventually, this card will be played.
I have Rabbit, Castle, Medusa, Maui, Genie, Diablo.
Very interesting.
One Maui's better than the other.
Go ahead.
I see a new card there in Genie.
Do.
100%.
We'll get to it eventually, I'm sure.
So this is my main thing. The card that I just drew, knowing the cards that are in his deck, feels so bad to ink. But then just throwing it away is just like so much worse.
Let's see what you got.
Right. So I'm always torn.
I'm gonna ink another enchanted Maui.
No, like I'm always super torn on this decision. But I guess make him have it is
Maybe it's
the way
a
to go.
hand-drawn Maui.
However, I will ink Friends
Interesting.
because that 2-drop Ursula scares me, and I will play a Diablo myself,
Right.
slightly worse, and pass turn. A different function.
Don't get to see his hand.
So actually, with this Diablo, we actually I named it in our set 6 picks video.
Oh, really?
That it would, I
Ink
think
this
it would take
two-drop
place of the
Ursula
brooms
here.
in red
100%.
purple,
Yeah. What
like
can I
that.
say? I'm the Oracle of Time.
and then green purple would also play it as if they wanted
I'm
more
gonna
shift targets.
Quest him for one.
Diablo.
Sounds good.
I
Pass
do like that
Okay.
idea.
And green purple, while they didn't play Diablo, a lot of them are transitioning to playing
Let's do
Diablo
it.
now.
I'll quest Diablo. Pass turn.
Neither side doing
I was not a believer in the one-drop Diablo on Diablo's release. I thought that Diablo was a great card by itself, and shifting it was not a great plan. I have since been proven wrong.
Yeah. Sometimes
By
I
the
have hot
community as a whole.
takes. The community said bad. You bad.
Sometimes you have some spicy
Oh,
takes,
there he comes. There he
but I think
comes.
we all do at different
Drop him.
times.
There we go.
Prince Jonathan.
Shift Sing.
You know, I wish.
Oh.
I really wish.
So we're in there. All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass it back. I'm afraid of a Min Fox here.
That is a very, very reasonable expectation. I will, however, ink the slightly worse Maui.
Okay.
And I'll quest it too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Holding back here makes a lot of sense, I believe.
6 cards in hand on turn 3. I'm cooking. This is amazing.
I'm gonna ink an Ursula.
All right.
I'm gonna play an Ursula.
Sounds good to me.
And then
I think your cards in hand may be coming to an end, my friend.
I'm gonna pass it back to you.
All right. Oh, apparently he does
Another
not have the
pass
gas
back.
in his hand. So
That or he's waiting to double sing it.
I'm going to do a spicy. And I'm going to ink that Madam Fox you thought about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to exert 4. And I'm going to play one of the new cards. Genie, Wish Fulfilled, Evasive
Very good.
2/4,
Wow.
draws a card on entry.
Right.
I'm going to draw a card real quick.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to quest my baby Diablo that has now quested me for 3 lore. Who needs Flynn Rider?
Very good.
And I'll pass turn.
Tap here.
I think Genie solves a lot of the issues of the deck.
Genie solves so many issues because unlike Minnie Mouse, who cannot take out Diablo, Genie takes it out and survives. And then can survive to take out the Prince John next turn or just quest out. Like he's
Love that.
chef's kiss amazing.
I'm gonna have you discard card here.
Okay.
Playing Anna, set 5, 2, 3. Whenever I play, I may pay 2 to choose a mode. The mode I am choosing is each opponent chooses and discards a card.
Alrighty. Let's see. We're going to turn 5. Actually,
This is a
cards in
card-
hand right now.
This is a card I think we saw a lot coming from the
Take it,
challenges.
bro. You got it.
Draw a
doing
card off
really
Prince
good
John.
things.
Sounds good to me.
Not quite what I was looking for.
We've also got some locals that have been playing it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And they love to make you discard a card.
You have Maui coming
A
down.
lot of those green
You
players
did
do
see
love
me
that.
have my friendship.
As much as it hurts, I do think I'm just gonna keep my hold pattern going.
Sounds good.
Pass it back on to you.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And I will draw. So while he decides to check or hold, I will now go bananas. So I will proceed to. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We'll ink Maui.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there's a signed one again.
We'll do it. Then I'll exert 4. And I'll play. These 3.
A location. Or not.
Thinking about it.
I may be a greedy little goblin. We'll do 4. And I will put the Queen's Castle out, actually.
Wow.
And I'll put the Genie at the Queen's Castle. And then I'll quest for 3.
Sure.
That may have been a misplay, but we'll take it. And I'll pass turn.
Tap here. Draw.
Damage matters. Like that's I'm always very nervous against going against Green Steel. Because you never know how many Annas they're playing. You never know if they're playing some Ring the Bell shenanigans, right? Or any of the other damage matters cards.
Ring
And
the bell.
I think
What a
Ring the
thro-
Bell is underrated.
I don't think
I'm gonna
I've
pop
seen
both
anybody
your
play Ring the
characters
Bell in
here.
a while.
Sounds good. I will draw 1 card.
Strength of a Raging Fire getting double sung by Ursula here, putting in work.
Righty?
No, I'd like to see that card you just
See,
showed.
me getting punished by not playing the library, as I should have. But you all saw that happening.
No card to
So I
grab.
have a castle, library, Medusa, and 2 rabbits.
Very interesting board state here.
Yes, sir.
Pathway looks clear for the most part.
Yes, sir.
Let's lean on.
Yeah, that playing that library would have made a big difference.
100%. Yep. Okay.
Then. Right, so 2.
So what's
4, 5,
yes?
6.
So you have
I could
a
quest for 6 here.
yes. Could you?
I could.
Yes.
Because you
4,
1, 2.
5, 6.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Sounds good to me.
Or no, I just played Morph this turn. I believe. Did I? Yeah, I
This-
did.
yes,
I
this
did
turn
just
you,
play Morph.
this
this
turn you double sung and you played Ursula.
Yes. So you.
I have 4 ink,
Yes.
so it's these 2.
Yep.
Alright.
So
That's
you
fine.
have 5. I
5.
mean, 5 is reasonable.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable number.
Yeah, that seems better than chipping in like that, I believe.
Good.
So I'm going to quest out for 5 here, going up to 6,
Alright.
and passing on to you.
Already, I'll gain 2. I'll draw for turn.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So let's do a thing. Yeah, I guess that's a thing we can do. We'll ink the llama. I'll exert 6. I'll exert this maybe a little too early, and I'll put out this Madame Medusa. So this is the weird thing, right? Do I slow him down? Because he quests for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, drop in at 6, 12 is manageable. I can swing in with other things, but another double sing will put me in quite the precarious situation. So I think I have to handle the Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
So on handling that, I will pass turn. Go ahead, opponent.
So untap here. Draw for turn.
Right.
Pretty good top deck there. Would have been better at a different point in the game. However,
Right.
I'll have you discard a card with Sudden Chill. That Ursula stuck around, be in a good spot.
It's reasonable. I'll honestly, just for you. What am I sending away? Wow, I never thought.
Sudden Chill would have been a lot better with Ursula still on the board.
100%. Glad we took her out. I'm actually gonna. Oh, yeah. The path appears clear, but I'm a scaredy baby. So we'll give you a rabbit. Actually, there we
And
go.
I'll have a draw trigger off the Prince Charm.
Yes, you will. 2 in hand.
Ooh, this is exactly why I like this card. Yes, I have 2 in hand.
All right.
I will put in a Pluto
Wow.
with Bodyguard.
That's an
And then
amazing
Value
top
City.
deck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Go ahead. Go to 12.
Pluto looks really good here.
Okay.
Showing off the power of
Pass
set
on you.
6.
Already. Game 2. I'll draw. Alrighty. So what do we have over there? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total.
Mhm.
It's exactly lethal. That's unfortunate. Anyway, wonder how I get out. So I do have a course of action.
Right.
To say.
I did figure, you know.
Right. I'm not just gonna choke, but
I do still have this one card left that is not in my inkwell.
alrighty. So I can make a decision. Pop that on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still puts you at 19. Makes me have the answer regardless. So I guess for now,
It's a very tough board state to look at.
it's a very tough board state.
Now, I would recommend playing B Prep.
Be pretty good here.
Okay, opponent. Anyway, let's see.
Have you tried drawing better?
Ooh, drawing better. It's a good tip.
Y'all are terrible. Anyway, so let's actually do that. Do 4. Yeah, we'll drop out a rabbit. I'll draw a card. Then I'll have Medusa saying Beacon Undisputed.
It's pretty good.
Puts you
Okay.
at the minimum that I needed. Right.
I'm going to get rid of this Ursula here.
Right, because that's shift target, 2-quester protection, right?
Yeah.
That's how it all shakes out. Then, honestly, 6. Yeah, I think we just do kind of play the game, don't we? Okay, got it. I'll put them both at the
Okay.
castle.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of
And
sense.
I'll pass turn to you, 3 in hand.
So we're going to see if Josh can close it out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if there's any ways to gain additional lore.
He is
in the
running.
same-
Oh, you mean
he
Go-Go
is running
Tamago?
Go-Go Tamago.
Yeah.
Go-
Go-Go
might
would
be really
actually be
Go-Go
game winning here.
would win this
He
individual game.
also has the ability to shift the morph.
Because then
True.
he can.
Right.
Right.
It's true.
We're just gambling it, right?
Right.
But do you have it, opponent?
I do not. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to draw 2 cards.
Correct. So that's 5, 6, 7.
7.
Castle's out. Alrighty.
Interesting.
I kind of like this play. I kind of think this play sets up for
5.
on the
Okay.
chance that
I'm gonna go
Gabe
17.
top decks be prepared.
Right.
Yes.
That would leave him with the castle there and allow him to continue to take over
And
the
I
game.
think that might be turn.
I'm thinking on it, right? I
Okay.
am scared of a B prep off the top, of
Would there
course.
been more
I mean, if you have
value in him
Beat,
getting
then
to
it's like-
19 lore, and then he could just
Right.
play to the board next turn, even if
Possible.
Gabe was able to be prep?
Yeah. I'm just gonna pass it back to you there.
Alright. And I will drop a turn.
Cool. Now I do have a tap Diablo here.
Right, that is the incorrect Diablo.
That is the correct tablet. But what I will do is quest for 2.
Right, there is a prep.
There
Show it
is-
to me.
There is a prep. Shortly. Then
The other kicker is 3 other uninkables.
yeah, actually that's kind of cool. We'll I think the library actually.
Okay.
Here's that B prep.
We did find it.
Oh, we had it.
Oh, we had it the last turn.
Very interesting.
We didn't have 7-8. Like it was turn 6. Like
I believe he drew it off the rabbit that he played last
first
time.
round. Yep.
That makes
And
sense.
go ahead.
All right, I'll draw here. Very interesting. I mean, I do just kind of want to.
Yep. Drop characters.
Prince
Okay,
John.
yep, and leave.
Morph.
Sounds good.
Go ahead.
Ready. Let's see if we can pop another one. Pop. Oh, that is actually tremendous. Okay.
Ooh. We might have a game on our hands.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Brawl the Morph.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Start.
Be king.
No, unfortunately. I will ink this library though right now, and I will play castle. Go ahead.
Very interesting.
Nice.
Draw.
He will question.
Ooh, that is a very good card in this moment. I would like to hypnotize you to get that last card out of your hand, and I will draw 2.
Oof. Josh still showing what he has, what it takes.
Yes, sir. Yeah. This realistically, I couldn't have.
I put this John on go.
I don't think Cope's doing a lot for us at this point.
I don't think that matters too much.
Yeah, and I just Diablo, and
Hey,
you
man.
got it, Ken.
Good games.
Sounds good.
Good games.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. So this has been red purple versus I almost said green purple, green steel.
Green steel.
Gabe and Josh, thanks for coming and playing with us today.
Sounds good.
Ryan, thanks for hanging out, being our table judge, basically.
Right.
You guys got anything to add before I sign us off?
I really like the new cards from this set. I think that they will make an impact. Calhoun and Pluto specifically have been feeling very good.
Yes. Honestly, I do feel like there were like some plays that I was still adjusting to in that first game that significantly it basically cost me the game, right? If you win the die roll like I did, and you're going against green steel, you cannot afford to go into that game 3 on the draw. Yes. Going into that game 3 on the draw is crucifying, right? Like, and I top decked some value, right? And I was able to almost make it work, but realistically, that was very crucial. And those early misplays, game 1, like just blew it out of the water. But I do think that the matchup is not unwinnable. It actually kind of felt, if I may be so bold,
Right.
55-45.
Interesting.
What kind of cards do you think that if people were having trouble against green steel in their local meta, they should be playing or looking out for?
So I have a card, spicy. If you're doing it as that 2-drop slot, I'm trying to make room for 2-drops in the deck that aren't Cusco. I think there's a little card called Turbo.
Ooh, I am a fan of this Turbo card.
Turbo is a 2-drop uninkable red character. It's a 2/3 and has rush. And I do think that if you're able to get in on a greedy Diablo quest, because people aren't expecting to run Queen or Turbo, right? A Queen of Hearts, 2-drop, 2/2 rush. That 2/3 lets them survive Storm. And it also lets you punch in on the unsuspecting characters. If I had had that on the Diablo lineup, that may have significantly shifted the game. And honestly, Maleficent Sorceress kind of just doesn't cut it.
I think we're early in the set 6 meta, right? So it's red purple, and I'll say this happens with Blue Steel player too. Every early meta, it's kind of we gotta kind of fumble around and figure out exactly what to change.
You adjust to it. You find the answers of the problem cards. I would be very interested with this Genie card to see if Peter Pan Shadow Finder re-enters the deck. Gives it rush. Gives the Genie rush. Yes. Also works with a few of the other cards.
Actually, you know what? The Peter Pan Shadow would be really good with the. Is it Shadow Finder or?
Shadow Finder is the one that gives your evasive creatures rush, which is why it works with the Genie.
That would be really good with the Shark Maui as well.
Oh, Shark Maui does actually have evasive.
So I do have a thought. I think Brawl is significantly underpowered this set with the rise of cards that pump up your characters in the forms of location. Like, now that people are playing Kovigan more, that there's this stone skull rock card in red. A lot of people are checking it in. Brawl, still a phenomenal card. Don't get me wrong. Card's great. But it doesn't hit Calhoun at this point, like you saw in this matchup. It doesn't hit basically half of the early game things anymore in this matchup. In the red-blue matchup, the cards are getting a little higher.
You heard it here first, guys. Don't play Brawl so you can't kill my Hirams.
-4 Brawl. What would you say to put 4 of in?
Not Brawl.
I'm still running 3 Brawl, right? But I do think that if you're able to find that early game evasive removal, like make something more congenial, make
Look,
something.
I'm
fun.
telling you, in the 3-drop slot, Peter Pan Shadow Finder, I'm
Yes.
a big fan of.
All right. So
Sorry, we'll
we,
discuss this.
we can do this. We can do this all night.
Right.
So, guys, thanks for joining us again. Thanks for showcasing your
Yeah, of
decks.
course.
Sounds good to me.
Please like and subscribe to the video. Join our Discord. The deck list will be in the description. If we have not hit our giveaway threshold by the time this comes out, that information will be in the description. Just remember, our community here is for anyone who loves Lorcana, no matter your age level, your skill. We believe that there is a place at the table for everyone. There's plenty of ink to go around.
Age or skill level. Age isn't ranked, but I'm sorry.
There's plenty of ink to go around, either way. Thank you for being part of that community. Thank you for growing with us. Thank you for tuning in and all that. Stay tuned for your next drop of additional ink.